occupied seat here, I looked at the agenda of the today's conference, and one of the most important items of this seminar is how to sensitize the youths and what the Pakistani youths are expected to deliver in the face of the emerging space which is occupied for the discharge of digital obligations. Ordinarily, a survey conducted by a Norwegian firm reveals that in Asia, this part of the world where we live together, honorable members of the faculty, dear students, Assalamu alaikum. We always remain very, very busy. And when I occupied seat here, I looked at the agenda of the today's conference to know as to what is the topic I'm supposed to speak over. And perusal of the contents reveal that one of the most important items of this seminar is how to sensitize the youths about the responsible use of the cyberspace. So what is a cyberspace? What are the challenges in the current world the youths are facing, and what the Pakistani youths are expected to deliver in the face of the emerging challenges, particularly in the areas of information technology, artificial intelligence, and cyberspace. I will not expand the contours of my speech to the realms which are not the part of this debate, and will limit myself to tell you as to how we need to sensitize ourselves as to how to use our cyberspace. So what is a cyberspace? The term denotes it is a metaphysical space. It doesn't exist in reality. It is something which is metaphysical, which is non-existent, but still exists in the world of IT, in the world of internet, and in the world of media, particularly the social media. So a space which is occupied for the discharge of digital obligations, a space which one occupies for utilization of his skills on internet, intranet, and in the digital world is called cyberspace. Why do we need to know the significance of the cyberspace and the responsibilities cast over the youth of how to spend their time while using cyberspace, cyber technology, information technology? Because our world, the world in which we live together and which we commonly call the contemporary world, this world is fastly becoming metaphysical. There is a physical world, which we call the earth, but there is another world, a metaphysical world, and which has encompassed with very vast velocity, particularly after 1995. The entire world was inundated with a revolution in the domain of information technology, later internet, and subsequently the world was heralded by the social media. Ladies and gentlemen, we daily watch cyberspace, its contents, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, X, and a host of other metaphysical entities which exist on the horizon of the cyberspace. These have become now a part of our routine lives. Ordinarily, a survey conducted by a Norwegian firm reveals that in Asia, this part of the world where we live together, the youth commonly use 7 hours per day, an average time. They watch TikTok and other cyberspace platforms, including YouTube and other portals. Now, what is the use of watching these portals? What you can gain, what you need to understand, and what you need to prepare yourself for. Let me tell you, I went to UK to study cyber crimes. And I believe I am one of the pioneers in Pakistan of developing an understanding about the cyber crimes. I remained associated with the certain drafts which were prepared by the Ministry of Law way back in 2010 and again in 2015 and 2016, which finally culminated into the shape of PICA 2016 Act. In UK, the youths are imparted the learning and education of cyber technology in schools. In Pakistan, I'm not aware if the private school like Roots or for that matter Beacon House have started any exercise like that. But in 2010, it was a course in the schools in UK. The youths were sensitized of what to watch and what not to watch. Mobile is in your hand and you want, ordinarily it is every human natural desire to spend time while getting himself entertained. So, how many amongst you use cyberspace for research, for methodology, for learning, for exploring the areas which one has never encountered? How many of you have watched TikTok for fun, for jubilation, for enthusiasm, for entertainment? And how many of you have chosen to follow those profiles which have always been a source of imparting knowledge. I'm giving you an example. When you watch, some people watch pranks, like ordinarily I do watch pranks. But on every social media platform, you will come across numerous pages, sites, and individuals who try to become a source of spreading knowledge. For instance, on TikTok, there are many accounts which tell you how to improve your English. Am I right? They tell you the meaning of the words, they differentiate and juxtapose words, and likewise, there are individuals who tell you how to make best utilization of your WhatsApp. They tell you the tips and the tricks. There are people who tell you how to make best use of your cell phone. Am I right? So these are the individuals, if you follow them, you learn from them.